Hey, this is Rock, man, and it's 823 WDC, and I guess you call me a CB junkie now. I got started probably about 6-7 years ago, and a good friend of mine named 241 took me by the hand on it. He took me by the hand. He said, "Hey man, I got something to show you." And next thing I know, he put the needle in my arm, and here I am today, running a CB break. But I tell you what, the love for this game is something that we all should appreciate, because as people come in this world and they leave the earth, CB radio will always be around because of the airways. It's got to get people involved and people knowing the craft, but it's a wonderful thing to do. And I wish we had a younger generation that would take up the craft and be taught what's happening, because this game costs a lot of money. But if you start off at a young level in this thing, and you start off the right way, you're not going to have any problems. I'm still learning, and I think as long as you're in CB radio, you're never going to know everything. You're always going to be able to learn something. My first experience with CB radio is, I guess I was 8 years old, and my brothers had a CB radio. And before I go to school in the morning, I used to get on the radio. At 8 years old, my handle used to be CC Rider. And I would get on and sneak in my brother's car before I go catch the school bus. And I used to talk to, her name was Mountain Dew Lady from out of North Carolina. I'm from Tarboro, North Carolina. I would get on the radio and talk to her in the morning. And from then on, I kind of had the love for it, but I left it alone when I grew up. But I was really hooked in, but then I left it alone for a while up until now. I started off with a Texas Star 350, a little 2-pill. Had a 2-pill and a Connex radio. And I thought I was the man until I met a guy named 241, and he said, "Man, you don't have nothing right there. Let me show you what time it is." He took me to his car, and he had a big old 32 pill inside and all this crazy gadgets. I didn't have a clue of what it was. Now I know it's bird meters and all kind of meters, but from then on, man, he tapped me twice. He said, "It's only gonna hurt a little bit," and he put the needle in my arm, and I've been a junkie ever since. I'm Rock, man, and I decided to form this club about 3 years ago. The passing of Nationwide 51 really prompted me to pursue it. I wanted to do it about 4 years ago or 5 years ago, but I was told that it wouldn't really work, and it's a dying game. And I listened to him for the first 2 years, but with the passing of my good friend Nationwide 51, his wife was over here too. I decided to get a couple of guys together. So I called Mad Doctor in WDC, and I called he's passed now, but Stevie Wonder in WDC, and I called the guys and asked them, "Hey, would you mind helping me start this break?" And from there I got a bunch of great people on the team, and we came and we started, and we are here we are. So putting the break together, it's a task. It's a task. So if you're out there trying to put a break together, it's a lot of work, but you need a lot of good people on your team, because if you don't have that, you're never going to win. I got a great group. They're still around. Some of them gone because we got a banquet to go to at 8 o'clock tonight. But my team is great. On my team, I have Mad Doctor, I have 5'7", I have Blade Runner and Big Stepper, all WDC. I have Cisco Kid and 229. We've got, we've got Juicy and Lollipop and Bitter Honey and who is that? Brown Sugar. And we've got, I hope I didn't miss anybody, but we've got a bunch of people here. We got many supporters that help us out. I gotta say hello to the legendary Mr. Sweet Potato. He's been a supporter of us from day one. Not even the first second we asked him for help, he's been there. He's here today, helping us out. And we just keep it growing, man. And thanks for the love from the people. Makes a difference. All right. Like I told you before, he's the biggest supporter of the Strong Arm CB Club. He cooks for us, he does all the food, he does all the, well y'all, first of all, let me tell you, if you don't know how he got his name, if I take my shirt off, you see my belly right here. It's big, full of sweet potato pie. This is Mr. Sweet, he used to Keydown, and he loved the CB game too, but he's our biggest supporter. I want to thank him right here on camera, because he makes it possible for us to serve this good,
you smoking now.
to serve this food And this is, once again, it's a sweet potato. I thank you, sir.
Quite welcome, bro.
Now get off the camera.
Don't disappear.
Nah, he's just joking. I'm just joking.
Go grab one of those pies.
Ain't come right
No,
here.
I gotta sell this man a damn pie.
He's here because he sells these pies, right? He's my biggest supporter, but let me tell you something. If you've never had one of these sweet potato pies, you don't know what you're missing. This is frozen right here because they keep them fresh for you so they don't go bad in the heat. But this is one of the legendary sweet potato pies. Look at it, one of the ants love it too right there. But this is what keeps us going right here. And this is why they call them sweet potato. This is why I probably gained 15 pounds in the last 4 months eating some of these sweet potato pies. So this is what we hear. Oh yeah, like I told you, I was driven, man. When Nationwide 51 passed, I was really driven hard to try to get something together and to do it. But the drive comes from actually, I'm a people person, and knowing how people react to these breaks and the fun time that the legends have had before me, before I started. It really motivates me to try to capture some of that and try to get some of that love that has been spread throughout all these years. You got people who've been kin for 50 years. And the drive just comes from putting a smile on their face, letting them come out and have a good time. And it's good, clean fun. The lifestyle of CB is you don't have any money. I'm telling you that right now. No, I'm just joking. But the lifestyle of CB is you literally eat and breathe CB radio. I mean, you wake up in the morning, if you get in your truck, you cutting your CB radio on, you're monitoring the channels, you're ready to talk, you're anxious to talk to people. You talk to people all over the world from riding down the highway in your car, your truck, or whatever you're driving. And honestly, you buy vehicles just for this. So it's fun, it's exciting, and you never stop trying to get better. I'm a DC guy. I got DC mobiles. I got all kind of boxes from the 2 on up to the 32 pill, and I mainly talk on a 16 pill. Oh yeah, Sam Cook. He's been around for a while, and he's my technician now. I have all kind of boxes though. I do have Dave boxes. I got Fat Boy boxes. I got a couple of X-Force boxes. I don't have a BBI box yet, but we might get there. But my technician is Sam Cook. He's been around for a long time, and he keeps me going. He keeps me cutting people radio off, so I love it. Keydown a few times, didn't do so good because I'm just learning how to do the game. But I don't spend a lot of time working on keying down. You got to spend time on the mobile. So I'm an excellent skip talker right now. Well, first of all, let's say what mud duck, we call it mud duck, but the real term is a modulating duck, meaning you don't talk very well. So it's not mud, it's like a modulating duck. But a mud duck is somebody that doesn't talk so well. Their mobile not set up well, they don't have the proper equipment. They can't get 2 feet across the street. Then you call them mud ducks. And they'll be a mud duck until somebody show them what to do, or they spend the time in their mobile. And I'm gonna tell you, if you don't show enthusiasm of wanting to get your mobile together, nobody's gonna help you. Nobody's gonna come and give you information. You need to have interest and show interest so the older guys can come help you get your mobile together. Well, if you're talking mobiles, that would be me. Hey, Dog, I'm not lying now. If you're talking about the biggest DC mobiles in the area, that would probably be me. If you're talking base stations, then it's a slew of guys that you can talk to. But as far as Skip talking mobiles in the Watergate City area, yeah, that'll be Rock, man. 823, that'll be me. So what a Watergate is, when we get to these competitions, you have a station, 15, 20 miles down the road, okay? And at that station, we called it a Watergate station. And then you have a recorder set up, and you have 2 people keying next to each other, and they Watergate, or record is a different way of saying it. They record what they hear. And the loudest person that they hear, that's the winner, and they call that the Watergate. Come on, Chevy.
I'm going to say good evening. Welcome to the CB world. I'm one of the legends in the CB game, Mr. Heavy Chevy. I want to first thing, I want to thank everybody for coming out, supporting the CB crew. And one thing, again, like I said, we're going to try to keep this going on. It's time to fade, but we're going to try to keep it going on. And once again, I'd like to thank everybody that's coming out and just keep this going on. Ain't nothing like 2879. I'm back quiet at 10-7. Bye.
That was the legendary Heavy Chevy. That was the legendary Heavy Chevy. I got one more legend I want to bring over here. If y'all don't remember this guy here, This is Worldwide Fancy Dancer.
What's going on, y'all?
Say hello to the people.
Hello, everybody out there in DX land, all around the band. We're trying to keep this thing going. Had a great time today at the Watergates CB break, and we had a ball, man. Can't wait to get it going again next year.
So like, I'd be like,
like you can.
a kid, I'd be like, Worldwide Fancy Dancers, 823, Mr. Rockman, 10-4.
823, I'm right back. 823, right back. Good evening to you, 823. 823, how you so? A super fine brother, you smoking, I ain't joking. Oh, Nationwide is on your side, 823, Nationwide. Mr. Fancy Dancer, Uptown Philly Squad.
I'm gonna rap in the cap at Nationwide Fancy Dancer, Mr. 823.
Someone's stepping on you.
Mr. Rockman, this is called the Watergate. This is the Watergate. This is the Watergate. Hey, this is called the Watergate. So I say, 99995. Hey, look, and that's what we wanted to show you. Whenever you out there on your radio, if you are a mud duck, you will not get heard the first people trying to talk to. That's why we did that right there. So that's what I mean. If your mobile is not 10-8, you will get destroyed out here in the radio world, okay? So you gotta have a 10-8 mobile. Because if I had a 10-8 mobile, you would have never heard that in the background. Thanks, Heavy. Okay, listen, the very first time, my most memorable moment is when I actually made a DX call, what we call them skip calls. And I was riding down in Waldorf, Maryland, and I was talking local to a guy, and a guy from Mississippi keyed up, and he says, "Hey, Rockman, I hear you down in Mississippi." I said, "Wait a minute, what do you mean you hear me in Mississippi?" I had no idea what a skip call was. And we talked, and that's another reason that I love the CB radios, because you can talk all over the country, all over the world, and you don't even really know it, but you're always being heard. If you ever key up, you are being heard somewhere. That's how the conditions roll. And from that on, I had no idea that I could even talk that far. And that's another reason I'm in this game today. And that's what happened, like I told you before. Before Nationwide 51 passed, I wanted to do it, but I had a lot of people telling me that it wouldn't work, you wouldn't get supported. And I listened for that for a couple of years, about 2 years. And then when he passed, I just said, okay, I think it was my time to try to put a break on. And since then, I had nothing but love and support from everybody around the country to come and support us and allow us to continue to do this thing. I've never had anybody to come and badmouth it, or because it's one family. The CB family community is one happy, big family community. We all get together, we all have a good time, and especially for the Strong Arm CB Club, we're just here to have fun. Yeah, I believe Keydown was started probably before the 60s, because CB radio has been out that far, been out that long. I remember as far back as the 70s, they're having Keydown, as far as I remember, and I knew they were going on way before then. Growing up in North Carolina, I used to always see people with these antennas on their vehicles. I had no idea what they were. You know, as a small child, even, you know, the bigger antennas, you see the smaller antennas, but the bigger antennas, like I tell you, my brother had a little small, I don't know, 2-foot antenna on his car. But when I saw the 8-foot and all those antennas on the car, it was really something to see until I figured out here in the last 10 years what that was all about. So I missed a lot of that. But I guarantee you they had just as much fun as we have now. No, I haven't. The few female CBers I've talked to, I haven't met any. But you know, that's not to say it doesn't happen. It just hasn't happened to me. Okay. Talked to Lady Feel Good. I've talked to, you know, we talk, and she always wanted to get us to come down to Texas and have a good time with her. I've talked to. What's her name? I think her name is Dairy Queen. When she was in Tennessee, I talked to her. Talked to Short Stack. She's actually here locally, but I talked to her in DX land a few times when she was away. And it's a good conversation. I don't, you know, they take it easy on me. Oh yeah. Let me give a shout out. First, I want to shout out to everybody who's ever keyed a CB radio before I got involved, because it has to start somewhere. And those that started before me, I thank you for those there. I thank you for the people now that are supporting us. Those that still have the love for the CB radio. I think the future generations to come, we hope they come, and I want to thank them before they even get started. And I want to thank again the club members in my club who stepped up and who really make it happen and can see my vision. see my vision through. And I thank them from the bottom of my heart, because you can't do a break alone. There's not one or two people that can do a break. It takes a group of people to come together and can have one vision and can have all on one accord and be able to put their thoughts and ideas and channel everything in one direction and be able to get it accomplished. This is Rockman, president of the Strong Arm CB Club 2017. This is our break. We're finishing up our break here. And I love you all. Thank you all. I love you.